Hello, today we're going to talk about unusual physical traits in guys that attract girls. You'll be really surprised. Some of these points honestly shocked me. I surveyed a lot of my female friends and also gathered opinions from the internet. So here we go. Veins on hands. What? Honestly, this is one of my phobias, but some people actually love it. So yeah, if you didn't know, a lot of girls are obsessed with prominent veins on a guy's hands. Hands are actually a very expressive part of the body. We use them to work, to protect ourselves, to hug, to create. When veins are visible, the hand looks more tense, more functional, like it's built for action. People often associate veiny hands with being fit or athletic, even though that's not always true. It's that contrast, smooth skin with pronounced veins, that creates a strong visual focus. It's kind of like design. When something has texture and depth, your eye is drawn to it. The hand stops being just a hand and becomes more striking. Also, it's a relatively rare feature. Not every guy has visible veins, especially in everyday life, and anything that's less common is automatically seen as more attractive. Plus, think about it. Movies, fitness influencers, models, they all show the same image: lean body, low body fat, defined arms. Over time, that becomes the standard of attractiveness. Even if you're not consciously thinking about it, your brain is already trained to see it as attractive. Skinny guys, there's this stereotype that girls only like muscular guys, but if you actually pay attention, a huge number of women choose slimmer guys. Skinny guys often come across as more light, put together, even a bit refined. It creates a completely different feeling when you're around them. Not pressure, not a wall of muscles, but ease and calm. For a lot of people, that just feels like more comfortable energy, especially if a girl isn't into aggression or over-the-top displays of strength. A slimmer guy is often perceived as less aggressive, more gentle, and it's easier to relax around someone like that. Less tension, less expectation of dominance. For many women, that matters more than physical power. And skinny guys are often associated with artists, musicians, programmers, and more in-their-head type of people. And if emotional or intellectual connection matters to a girl, that type instantly becomes more attractive. It's also easier for many girls to relate to a slimmer guy. He feels more approachable, more real, less out of reach. Overly perfect bodies can sometimes create distance, but being skinny feels more human, like it's not some fitness Instagram character, but an actual person. Beauty standards for men change over time, and right now, slimmer guys aren't rare. They're a trend. Musicians, actors, models, a lot of them have this exact body type, and that shapes what we find attractive. Even if we don't realize it, our brains just register it as this is attractive. Long hair on guys, it's kind of a weird phenomenon. Some people think it's not masculine, while others find it incredibly attractive. Personally, I'm in the second group. The first reason is rarity. Most guys have short hair, so when someone shows up with long hair, he instantly stands out, and our brains are pretty simple. Anything that breaks the pattern feels more interesting. It's not even about being better, it's about being more noticeable. And just like that, all the attention goes to him. Long hair also adds a certain flow visually. Facial features look softer, less sharp, more fluid. It creates an interesting balance. He's still masculine, but there's something more aesthetic about the look, almost a bit androgynous. And for a lot of women, that's not a downside. It actually feels deeper and more unique. Think about movies, TV shows, music. There's always that archetype of the long-haired guy, a little mysterious, a little creative, a little not like everyone else. And even if you're not consciously thinking about it, that image is already stored in your mind as something attractive. Feminine features. And honestly, who wouldn't want a cute femboy, right? When people talk about attractive men, they usually picture someone rugged and masculine, but in reality, there's a growing trend in the opposite direction. More feminine-looking guys. Softer features, neat appearance, well-groomed style. The first reason is visual harmony. Feminine features usually mean softer facial lines, less harshness, more balanced proportions. Faces like that feel easier on the eyes. They don't overwhelm you. They look aesthetic and naturally pleasing. And this part is important. Having feminine features doesn't make someone weak, but it is perceived as less aggressive, which means it's easier to relax around that person. Less tension, more trust from the very beginning. And there's also a common stereotype. The tougher someone looks, the harder they are emotionally. And on the flip side, a softer appearance is often associated with empathy, attentiveness, and the ability to talk about feelings. So if emotional connection matters, that type instantly becomes more attractive. And another factor is that the lines between masculine and feminine are becoming less rigid. Fashion, music, movies, they all push more fluid, flexible images. Feminine features are no longer something unusual. They're becoming part of the modern beauty standard. And one more thing, uniqueness. Not every guy has a feminine look, and because of that, it stands out. And again, anything that stands out naturally draws attention and sparks interest, especially when it feels authentic, not forced. Big noses. A lot of guys try to hide them or see them as a flaw, but here's the paradox. For many women, it's actually attractive. A bigger nose makes a face more memorable. And here's the key point. Perfectly ideal faces are often easy to forget. They can feel too standard. But one strong feature, whether it's a nose, cheek, cheekbones or eyes creates character, and it's character that really stands out. Larger facial features are often perceived as more mature and grown. A bigger nose adds structure and definition. On a subconscious level, it can signal confidence, strength, and individuality, even if the person isn't thinking about it that way. A big nose by itself is neutral, but combined with confidence, it becomes an advantage. Some people turn their non-standard features into their signature look, and often that feels even more powerful than a traditionally perfect appearance. Filters, plastic surgery, flawless social media faces, they all start to look the same, and against that background, real, natural features feel more authentic. A big nose is part of that. It gives the face a sense of reality, like it has a story, not just a template. There's something I personally don't quite get, but a lot of people are really into it: bears. And no, I'm not talking about the gay slang. This is what women often call men who have a lot of body hair on their chest, arms, you name it. On a subconscious level, body hair is often associated with testosterone and maturity. It's a visual signal. This is a grown man, not a teenager. And for some women, that distinction really matters. It's about feeling like you're with a man, not a boy. It might sound surprising, but it actually works. A more hairy body can also feel warmer and softer. It creates a sense of comfort, especially in physical contact, like hugging or being close. Sometimes those simple sensations can be stronger than conventional beauty standards. Like with any physical trait, variety makes things more interesting. Smooth skin is one look, but the combination of skin and hair creates a different kind of visual texture. For many people, it feels more alive and less sterile. For some, it even reminds them of a certain type: actors, movie characters, or even personal experiences. Attraction isn't always logical. It's often shaped by emotional associations. So yeah, drop a comment about the weird or unexpected things you find attractive in the opposite sex. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon.